Hey guys, Tuesday weigh-in. Yay! I'm sure these are really thrilling for everybody, but I'll keep putting them out because it makes me feel good. So, I had another great week. I lost 4.3 pounds this week. So that puts me at 228 point something. So that's huge. It seems like I was just excited about being under 250 and I'm already under 230, so it kind of blows my mind. So yeah, 4.3 pounds this week. Last week was 2.9 pounds lost. So, woohoo! I'm excited by that because I was a little bit worried this week because my calories have started to drift up a little bit. Not a lot, like 50 or 75, something in that range. I mean, obviously that's not going to have a huge impact on my weight loss, but, you still worry about these things, even if it's illogical. But it's kind of interesting, though. I haven't been snacking more, I haven't been eating bad foods or anything like that, but it definitely, I just felt the need to eat a little bit more to feel good. Like, this isn't like hunger, and it's not, I don't think it's emotion because I haven't been feeling, overly, depressed or stressed or anything like that. I just felt like I needed a little bit more. So, I think that's okay. I'm, trying to listen to my body because, I do work out every day, so I guess that can catch up to me after a while, so eating a little bit more doesn't seem too bad. It's something like, an extra piece of cheese, or I've also started taking some Fiber One cereal every day, just to help with my fiber intake, because the Quest bars are kind of getting expensive, and Fiber One is actually, I was kind of afraid of Fiber One because I've had other sort of fiber-rich cereals that I just didn't really like, but the Fiber One is great. 15 grams of that, I think you get like 8 grams of fiber, so, and 15 grams is like not a lot, that's like a little tiny bowl, and usually I just take a little bit of my protein shake and just dump it in the bowl, just to make it, a little bit moist. Or I put it in with my yogurt. That works well too. Anyway, yeah, so been keeping up with the working out, and I really like it. It's kind of weird because I never worked out before, and certainly not regularly, but it just makes me feel good when I'm doing it. Just feeling my muscles work, and if people who follow me on MyFitnessPal, you'll see me log, 70 minutes, 60 or 70 minutes whenever I go to do my strength training, plus a little bit of cardio that I do at the same time. But, that 60 to 70 minutes seems like a lot, but I really do take my time. Like, I follow what my instructor had told me is that, I do my 3 sets of 15 at whatever weight that I can manage to do 3 sets of 15, and you'd be really pushing it at the last set. But between each set, I do take a minute of time to just, relax, house at the water, whatever it is. And between machines, I also take a little bit of a break. Not really sit down break, but I'm not rushing from machine to machine to like pack it in the most dense period of time. So I think that's okay. So I've been working out on pretty much all machines. I'm still struggling with a couple of the shoulder one, the pull down. Kind of makes me a little bit. It's the only one that makes me a little bit sore, and that's like right in my upper sort of middle back. But that's okay. It's not muscles that I've probably ever worked before. So I'm bound to be a little bit sore. And I had the instructor come and check just to make sure that I was, sitting at the right height and I was aligned and all this stuff. So, um, yeah. The other one I'm having problems with, and I've tried 3 different machines now for this, is the abdominal crunch. And I think that's because, one, just my body shape. The first machine, I just didn't fit in well. It was one of those ones with the things come over your shoulder and you hold in to do your crunches, and it was just jabbing into my gut, and it felt really confining. So now I'm in more of an open one where you're like this and going down. But I struggle to do my 3 times 15 reps. I maybe do 10 and then I start to feel it in my back. So taking it easy on that one. I need to find some other kind of exercise, I think, to work my abdominals, because it's something that I need to support my back and my gut. So it's something working. My favorite exercise is actually probably the most simple one. It's I guess it's meant for your tricep or whatever, but it's just a rope pull down where you just basically just pull down the rope and then go all the way down and then out a little bit with your wrists, not with your elbows like I just showed you, but with your wrists. And I really like that one. Like I feel it all over. So I think it's a really good exercise. It's simple, but it works like up towards my armpit, underarm, and then my bicep as I'm in the middle, and then my right here, and also like here, all in one motion. So I usually do doubles of that one. Once at the beginning, once at the end. So that's really fun. And I also want to do a little bit of a shout out to everyone who's sharing their routines and both their workouts and their diet and everything, because I really wish more people would talk about this, because it is really important. There's kind of a predisposition, I guess, towards running. People are obsessed with running, and I guess it does become an obsession, so I understand. But I don't know if it's the best way for at least a weight loss surgery patient to go about their fitness, to have just running. You have to do the strength training. You have to. And I wish I had started earlier, but I don't know, at my size, I had a really hard time, both from emotional perspective and just being able to fit in the machines, that I just didn't want to go to the gym. But I wish I had started it sooner, and it's something that I'm going to keep up for sure. So I mentioned this Christy Blake last week, and I'll mention her again because she did a follow-up video, and she was a lot more clear about the information that she received, and it makes sense. So go check that out. Also, Fat Kings, he did a little rant about all the things that he hears people say that drive him nuts about fitness and losing fat and gaining muscle and all that stuff. So that's kind of a fun watch. So that's good to do. And so the more people that talk about this, and the better, because people are starting to crawl out of the woodwork. This one guy who posted on Fat King's video, I'm going to forget his name, GMAC, VSG. He's a VSG patient, and I don't know how far he is. I think he said 8 months, but I'm not sure if that's 8 months VSG or 8 months that he's been working out. But he's really bulked up. Like, a little bit of guy envy there, because he's a VSG patient, but he's still bulked up quite a bit. He's got the shoulders, he's got the arms, and so however he managed that, I'd like to hear more about it, because that's kind of cool. So what else has been happening this week? Oh, Khalif, Fat Guy Skinny Wallet. He put out a rant video today. Khalif put out a rant video. So just to put that in, that should say something to you. You should probably go watch it, because he speaks some kind of harsh words, but very true, and he's talking about people who want to use YouTube as an accountability tool, but when someone criticizes or makes a suggestion to them, they get upset. And it's totally illogical to do that, and it's frustrating for people who are out there that want to give that kind of support and want to help you succeed the way you've asked them to, but you're not ready to listen to it when they do it. So go watch that video and think about it a little bit. And also Lisa put out I guess a related sort of video. What is LG15 Able? I forget her name all the time, but Lisa, we all know who Lisa is. And I love her because she's very forthright, and she's very she's an intelligent lady. And she was talking about receiving support from the community, and how people farther out kind of maybe don't, once they've already been successful or already reached goal, that they don't really give back to those people who are struggling. And so that's something to think about as well, is that not only if you should be giving that support back to people who are struggling, but what's the best way to do it? Because it's hard, especially if you're starting with, if you started with someone who's about the same range and maybe with the same surgery, and you've been more successful than them, and they're struggling, how do you give that feedback to them without making them feel like they're being talked down to, or something like that? So I mean, it's a thing that I struggle with too, because I sometimes have a big mouth, and I can't help say things, and it never comes out the way I want it to come out. So yeah, it's something that I think all of us need to work on, is just how to give that feedback, to not just encourage people, but to, correct them or give them a little wake-up call and saying, okay, what you're doing, it's not right, but you're still doing it, so you just, need to stop. I mean, that's how I would say it, and I know that would not be well received. So, it's something to think about. So that's it for update. I'm going to stop talking about random things. Everyone's doing great. I guess a bunch of people are on a cruise, so we're missing some videos, but looking forward to hearing about their cruise when they come back. So lots of people had great losses this week. Glad to be among them. And I hope everyone is doing great, and I will see you later this week.